Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! Okay, we are ready to chase after the dragons who kidnapped Princess Elandra. Let us take a look at Princess Kristana's journal as a reminder where to go looking first. Look for monsters in the forest cave south of town. Find out if they know where the dragons are. Also, find Wafago's lost password note. Locate Thieves' Hall and gain entrance. Alright, cool. So, the advice is not only for our main quest, but also for optional stuff. But with that, we are ready to say goodbye to Lekunder. For now, at least. As it so happens, this is the only town in the game, so we'll definitely be making plenty of revisits. And don't worry, there will be some updated dialogue when we return. For now, we're off to the Dragonlands. And welcome to the world map. I believe we want to head into this direction. If I wanted to, I could actually explore the entire world map just about right now, but I'm gonna save that for later. I mean, I could explore and find some treasures scattered here and there, but well, I want to move on to the first dungeon, so hopefully we won't actually need any of the treasure yet. Although, I do want to make a pit stop here real quick. Tavern. Is there anything here yet? I'm pretty sure not, but wanted to take a look anyway. There's nothing useful here. It's just an old, abandoned roadside tavern. Alright then. Just as I thought, we are being plot blocked. We'll have to come back to this place later. For now, let's go to the first dungeon. I tell you what, I would definitely like to go exploring on this world map, but not at nighttime. Alright, Forest Cave. Welcome to the first dungeon. Oh, they have a save point right at the start. You can actually save anywhere on the world map, but it's recommended that you just use the save points in the game. So says the game's creator. For reasons which I may or may not remember to explain later. Alright, what do we got here? Diet Ale? Definitely going to be worth exploring around these caves. Got plenty of treasures within. Which is why I don't think I need to explore the world map right now. Another Diet Ale. Just as a quick reminder, the Diet Ale is HP recovery. Oh! Forgot about these. Okay, so each character has some special abilities tied to them. All of them have anti-critical, so we're not going to have to worry about critical hits. That is a typo that comes with RPG Maker 3 and cannot be edited. As for this other stuff, strong versus beast, weak versus insects, those are skills that cannot be renamed, but they are being used for the elemental strengths and weaknesses. Alright, over there was the entrance, and forward progression is this way. And we just hit our first encounter. Now, as a reminder... Oh, what? This is not the battle theme I was Alright, reminder to myself real quick. Wind is strong against water. Anyway, as a reminder, this game does not have random encounters, but it does have invisible encounters that you are required to fight in various checkpoints in the game. But only once. As soon as we get through this fight, we will never have to fight it again. We will be free to pass through as much as we want. Okay, water strong against fire, weak against wind. So go ahead and attack the fire enemy. And we won't be worrying about using any of our skills during these fights. I don't think we need to. Although, could cause some good damage against the orc right now. Let's do that. Well, got it almost down. Might as well finish it off. Yeah, this definitely wasn't the music I was expecting for regular encounters. I like how enemy KOs are delayed. That's just silly. Oh, this is the wind enemy, that's right. Well, it's the only enemy left, so you might as well attack it. But the song that is playing, I personally would have saved for boss fights. That's just me, though. RPG Maker 3 comes with a selection of tunes. And I want to say 4 battle themes? Yeah, 4 of them. A regular encounter theme and 3 boss themes. Though you are not required to use any of the battle themes as battle themes. Heck, we could use a town theme in battle if we wanted. Alright. We are slightly damaged, but otherwise fine. Chrisana still has enough MP to use another spell. Speaking of bosses, by the way, I promised that we would be fighting the first boss fight today, but I'm not actually 100% certain on that. I can't actually remember how long this dungeon is. And the boss is accompanied by a cutscene. So we'll see if we actually have time for that. We're finding some good items in these treasures. The Floppa juice as a reminder. Well, that's the MP recovery drink. That'll be handy. A regular ale heals 10 HP, as opposed to the diet ale, which heals 5 HP. Ale's description is the same as the diet ale. A tasty drink. Floppa juice? A witch's favorite drink. We are all going to kind of be taking the role of witches, though. We'll all be using our MP at some point. Now, this dungeon is either 2 floors or 3. I don't think this is our destination. There is going to be a room full of stuff at the end of the dungeon, but we're not there yet. There's nothing special here. Alright, only the first barrel is interactive. How about over here? There are some jagbo berries here. We should take them to Daktar. Cool. So jackbow berries are key items used to make jackbow elixir. Now the treasure chest we know is going to have something in it. A little bit of money, and ale, and flippa juice, and bubba juice. Items that you acquire by default go to your first party member, and once that person's inventory gets filled, they spill over into the next party member's inventory. Bubba juice, preferred drink of mages everywhere. Recovers 10 MP. This is why I did not go exploring on the world map for items. We can definitely save that for later. Forward progression is probably that way, so let's go to the right. More treasure. Money. Bubba juice. And that's it. By the way, RPG Maker 3 has this feature where you can place fake walls that you can break down. This game promises that there are no breakable walls, though. Breakable walls are actually kind of difficult to spot. They're not completely undetectable, but they're not immediately obvious. Alright, second encounter, 2 goblins and an orc. Well, these are all enemies that we've encountered before. Here, let's go ahead and attack that, because that'll be neutral damage. And that way, later on in the fight, you won't be using your attack on the goblins, which will only cause minimal damage. So we'll finish off the goblin real quick. I said we'll finish off the goblin real quick, except Fidge is not going to be able to do that, because they're water elemental. So, neutral damage against the orc. Well, if not for the miss, we'd probably be down 1 monster. So I guess... here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna maximize my damage, attack the goblin that has not been damaged yet, because I'm certain the other goblin is almost dead, and Lisa will be able to finish it off. Yep. And from here, I'll perform the same strategy as I did with the first fight. I'll cast a spell against the orc and finish that off. And I'll meet you after this fight. And there were more misses to be had. That was actually kind of annoying. As a reminder, by the way, you do not gain experience from battles in this game. Rather, you level up after completing different quests. Alright, let me stand right here and face this direction as a reminder which way I'm coming from, because I'm going to do a little bit of MP recovery. Jareth basically had to finish off that last goblin on his own, but his attack was strong enough that he was able to at least do it in 2 hits. Which actually makes me wonder... ooh, there's those pocket infos I was wondering about. But what if I actually did have each character focus on the enemies they were strong against? If they can be finished off that quickly. So pocket anvils. A few pocket-sized anvils. They will not actually look like anvils. RPG Maker 3 does not provide any anvil graphics. But these are a one-time use item with a power of 16. Brofa leaf here. That's another that we can take to Dactar. What happens if we check it again? Nothing. I kind of like it, by the way, that interactors have an exclamation mark whenever you're near them. Lets you know that, hey, that is definitely a thing. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a 3-floor dungeon. And I'm definitely going to want to remember the layout of this dungeon. Oh, no! Hey, guess what? The next floor is not the end of the dungeon. We're at the boss. Oops. I wasn't really ready for this. Certainly a little twist that the boss is not at the lowest floor, though. Okay, then. Looks like we found the beast's hideout. And there's a big mean-looking orc and 2 bats here. Run for it! Not so fast, you coward. We have business to settle with this guy. The orc gets up from his chair and steps over to the group. What are you doing in Smurge's cave? He growls. Smurge no like your kind. Smurge pound your head. Help! Alright, boss time. Though it is against a group of irregular enemies, so we're still having the same music. I kind of forgot that this was what we were encountering. I mean, I knew about Smurge here, who is just a regular orc, but I couldn't remember what other enemies he was accompanied by. Alright. Attack the wind enemy. You're going to be causing a lot of neutral damage. But not against Smurge. I definitely wouldn't have minded the opportunity to heal before this fight. Oh well, we got more misses. They do in fact go both ways. Alright, water good against fire. And we could finish off Smurge right now. Well, almost. Oh, yes we can. Don't you dare miss. Woo! Alright, that just leaves the bats. So who's gonna be causing minimal damage against them? Is it Glisa? I think it's Glisa. So, now's a good time to use that healing spell. We haven't seen that in action yet. They are wind elemental. Alright, that's another one down. One to go. And this should end the fight. Huzzah! I kind of thought that Smurge was an actual boss, but no, he's definitely a regular orc. Oh! However, it still counts as a boss fight, so we are leveling up. Our skills have improved. Kristana gained 10 HP and 10 MP. So did Glacia. So did Fibs. And so did Jareth. Ugh, grunts the orc. Smurge head hurt. The battered beast slumps to the floor of the cave with a sigh of defeat. You too strong. Smurge give up. No more hurt. That's better. Now, where's my sister? Smurge looks confused. Smurge not no sister. My sister Elandra. Pretty girl with long blonde hair. Petite. The dragons took her. Smurge shakes his head emphatically. Emphatically? Showing or giving emphasis, expressing something forcibly and clearly. In other words, shaking his head really, really hard. Smurge not know any dragons. Smurge no like them. They no like Smurge. Well, maybe if you weren't such a meanie, you'd be more well-liked. Are you sure you're not fibbing to me? If you are, I'm gonna have to dish out some more smackdown. Smurge begins to panic, defensively holding up a big hand. Smurge not no dragons! Smurge not no dragons! No more hurt! I was also holding up a hand while reading that. Gotta get into the role, you know? I think he's telling the truth. He looks really scared. Smurge nods. All Smurge have is shiny coins in trunks over there. And key. Open door in ruins. Smurge take from Delrath when he not looking. You take all and go. Smurge not bother you again. I know the name Delrath, but I can't remember who that was. Who's Delrath? Okay, not someone we met yet. Delrath Big Manticore, Smurge replies helpfully. Bigger than Smurge. Very big. Delrath in ruins of town. He knows dragons. He friend of dragons. He must be talking about the ruins of Kemdar. It was a mining town before the beast came and overran it. It's just south of here. I'll tell you what, Smurge. We'll take half of your treasure and the key. And in return, you try to be a little nicer. You'll make more friends that way. Does that sound fair? Smurge nods with a grateful look in his orcish face. Smurge agree. You take. Smurge be nice. Smurge be friend. Good. That makes me glad. Glacia, you're just too nice. He was gonna rip our heads off. He's just a poor beast trying to eke out a modest life in this cave. He knows nothing of civilized life, but we can try to teach him. If you say so. It's worth a try. Smurge, we have to go. Some mean dragons have done some terrible things, and we have to find them. Thank you for the treasure and the key. It'll help us find the dragons. Smurge nods in understanding. You find dragons, get back sister. Smurge not get in way. Smurge help fight dragons. Smurge no like them. Thank you, Smurge, but you've already been very helpful. You stay here for now, and we'll bring back your treasure and key when we can. Besides, RPG Maker 3 doesn't allow orcs on the player's team. And don't let me catch you being a meanie again. Well, that ended nicely. This is their stuff. Let's leave it alone. Smurge said that the key and his treasures are in those chests over there. Well, I'm still gonna snoop around. We said we'd only take half their treasure and the key. Let's leave their stuff alone. Alright. I guess I'll do that after some more snooping. Alright, I'm done snooping. 19 gold. And 21 gold. And a wine cellar key. The wine cellar key is not appearing in the item list because it's a key item. Unlocks the old wine cellar in the ruins of Kemdar. That will be our eventual destination. Anyway, what I was trying to say before encountering the boss fight is I'm definitely going to want to remember the layout of this cave, because we're actually going to have a reason to come back here on occasion. As for what's down here on the lowest level, 5 gold. Yeah, I definitely would have expected this to be the boss door. It's locked. You need some kind of key. This was not the reason I said that we would be coming back here, but, well, let me go ahead and make note of that. By the way, I said before that the first time I played this game, I was streaming it, which means that every time I returned to this cave, I had to do it live. Thankfully, this is not a big dungeon, so each trip will not be very long. More importantly, since I'm not streaming anymore, I can just edit out the retreading and skip to where we need to be. Anyway, that'll be it for today. It looks like we do not get healed after boss fights, so I'll go ahead and return to town, which is just as well because I'm pretty sure that we're actually going to have reason to get back to town. I mean, besides the fact that we got some berries to turn into potions. So we'll go ahead and get stuff taken care of next time. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Oink!